Please be advised the following podcast contains content of adult nature and should not be listened to by persons under the age of 18. Views and opinions are held by the individual speaking and do not necessarily represent those held by Prehistoric Productions Incorporated.
All right, in 3, 2, 1. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 65 of the Prehistoric Podcast. I didn't think to check that. I think it's 65. Actually, I'm sure it's 65. I'm, as always, I'm one of your hosts, Francois Nation.
I'm Andrew Sorsdahl.
And today we have Silence Kit with us today from Winnipeg, right, guys?
Yeah.
Yes, okay. So they've just been on tour, 4 stops. They've been around Western, Central Canada, having a good time. They're really tired. They just showed up in a beautiful van. Slept in it 2 nights ago, I believe you guys were saying.
Last night.
Last night.
Yeah.
All right. So I think the first thing we should do, introduce yourselves and maybe tell us a little bit. What do you guys do in the band? Yeah, introduce yourself. Tell us what you do. Let's start over here.
I'm Mike, and I play drums.
Drums.
James, play the bass guitar.
There you go.
I'm Minnow and I sing and I sometimes play guitar as well.
Hey.
I'm Natalie and I mostly play guitar.
Mostly play guitar, but not.
Sometimes I'm
Sing a
the
little.
band cheerleader. You know,
tambourine.
you need
Tambourine
you need
sometimes.
some spirit lifting.
If there's no crowd, like you're the one that
Yeah, pretty much.
goes on stage.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, you guys are doing
Yeah.
so
She
good.
heckles us too.
There you go.
Yeah. He's got to have constructive criticism.
Constructive criticism. All right, so Silence Kit. When did you guys start? Tell me about the history of the band a little bit.
We started just over maybe like a year and 4 months ago or something like that.
Okay, so new.
Yeah, it's pretty new. We've Now and I've played in a band. We've been playing together for like 3 years. Had an old band before this one, and these guys around the same time were playing together as well.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then we kind of just met and formed.
So, okay, so all right, so that.
We're really tired. Forgive us.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's no worries. We'll coax it out of you. So you guys met. So what? How did the meeting happen? How did you guys know that? How did the spark start?
Someone else take this one maybe. Go for it.
I was going to say, well, how I met the band, because Mike and I had played in a few previous bands. I think we'd been playing in bands to 2 or 3 years before I even met Mano. Mano started work at HMV.
Oh, okay.
We worked there together.
Right.
All right.
Yeah, and right.
All right.
And then through that, we were kind of chatting about bands, and Mano came out and watched us one night, and we were just chatted bands, and she's like, "Yeah, I need a bass player." And I'm like, "I can try and do that."
I pretty much just came to him every day and just complained to him that we didn't have like any members in our band. We'd really flaky drummers.
So I have this band, but like, there's me in it, and there's me in it.
Exactly.
There you go.
So like, yeah, and I was just kind of complaining about it. He's like, "Well, I play guitar," and I'm like, "No, like I need bass and I need drums." And he's like, "Well, I'll just buy one. I'll buy a bass and I'll just play."
Figure it
So
out.
that's how it happened. And then Mike joined at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Manoa had just on a Facebook status looking for a drummer, so like, I shared it, and then it was getting closer and closer to the gig. They already had it lined up, and I hadn't seen nobody commented on it because I get a notification for everything these days.
Yeah.
So I messaged Manoa, just like, hey, I'll do it. I'll come in.
Pity to join.
It's like a year and a half later, so obviously something
Yeah.
worked out.
Yeah.
And you guys dropped that first. Would that be considered an EP or a full blown album? You think?
It's 23 minutes. So
You
decide.
Yeah, you decide. I was trying to figure that out. I'm like, this is like an odd, like, it's not 4 songs, which is like, that's usually kind of an EP, 3 or 4 songs.
Yeah.
And then not an album. I was like, this is somewhere in between. I like it. It's good length.
It was supposed to be 4 songs, but then I really wanted our singles that we had released previously
Uh-huh.
to be on there, and then it became 6.
Yeah, that makes sense actually. So is this tour? So when did you guys release this album? I should ask.
The 21st.
21st.
Last Friday.
It's last Friday.
Oh, you guys like just released it.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Brand
Okay.
spanking new.
Fuck, so we got it early then,
You
I
did.
think. That's
Oh, wow.
awesome.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I feel very, very important. I thought it had been out for a little while. I feel spiffy. Okay, so where's the logical? So you guys were saying you guys met, you've been together for a year and a half. Okay, talk about the tour a little bit. You guys said you haven't been sleeping.
We have actually had some pretty decent, like we've lucked out a few times with Mike's family in Regina, and
Okay.
then we crashed on the band from from Calgary lent us their floor for the evening. And
Oh, who's the band?
Flowshine.
Flowshine.
They're badass.
Those guys are great.
That's a fucking sick name.
Yeah.
That's a good
Shoot
handle.
Yeah.
Shout out to
Shoot
Flowshine.
Yeah.
Appear in my podcast.
I told Jer if they come out to Stoon to give you guys a call.
Definitely.
So.
Maybe that'll become our thing. Is like we just
Only people who are
Like
indirectly referred to us by
Yeah, exactly.
they meet us just minutes before appearing on the podcast.
Yeah.
That's how it should be. I mean, then we're like global news then.
Yeah.
We're like any of those real things because they don't know. They don't fucking. Well, they don't know any of those. Any news service. I don't know why I said global.
CCB was
they're
gonna pick
local.
up you guys, but now
Yeah, not anymore.
Yeah.
You cut that time.
Damn it!
But yeah, no, it was good. We stayed at one of my extended family members in Regina, then the floor, and then last night was the van,
Okay.
which was terrible.
Which was terrible.
Can I just say, I didn't think it was that bad. I could probably.
Oh, yeah, okay, makes sense. Yeah.
I also didn't drive today, so I can't really say that.
You had the prime spot last night.
I had a good spot.
I had to kind of half recline and try and sleep that way. So.
Yeah, Natalie and I were in the front two seats.
See,
I was in the driver,
that
Natalie a
sucks.
passenger, and then these guys were in the benches in the back.
Now, to throw it out there, it's still not quite wide enough. It's probably 5 feet.
In like
Maybe 6. Let's go 6
for
feet
someone
wide.
as tall as you.
Yeah.
Do you guys want a beer, by the way? Those are.
Yeah,
Yeah, you guys should have beer. Those are for you.
Never say no to a
I
beer.
was gonna say, there you go.
Brought to you by.
It is part of
I thought maybe they
Get
was
the
the product
sponsorship.
placement.
Dud Light.
Yeah.
Dud Light. Nah, it's not a B.
Oh,
It's,
Well, I can
no
cover
copyright infringement on this program.
hang on.
Wait, no. I think
it's not a country music video. We don't.
Okay. Well, we didn't drive a pickup truck here either. Sorry. Yeah. And I left my boots at home.
I think
Well, we
that's-
should all go home then.
Yeah.
We should probably call local law enforcement. You're breaking some Saskatchewan.
No, speaking of Dud Light, that's funny. We did a commercial, must be like almost 2 years ago now,
Yeah.
for a local brewery, and we had to Greek all the like we had Canadians and we had Bud Lights with bottles, and we had to Greek all the symbols, so we called the Canadians the Canadians Dud Lights. That would be clever. Oh, we called the Bud Lights Dud Lights, and we called the Canadians
Leafy
Ale.
Ale.
That's what we called it. Yeah.
Leafy ale.
They were good though. Our other business partner who's not here, he designed
He was so proud.
they were so good. I thought they were so good. He did such a good
Brad?
job. Yeah, that's Brad.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's been the guy who's been in contact with me.
Yeah,
I suppose.
exactly.
Yeah. See, that's always fucking weird. It's like you're in contact with one guy, and the one guy you're talking to, he's not there.
Oh, I sent a message today, and then all of a sudden I get a text from 306 number. Like, who's this? Hey, it's Andrew from Prehistoric. Oh, okay, sure.
It was kind of crazy because Brad does all our scheduling, but he's starting another side business back in his hometown right now. And he forgot to tell us that this was today until he got the text from you. He's like, "Hey, so whatever else you're doing, you're not doing that anymore. We have the podcast today."
He said he's one of those guys that it's like you ask him at the beginning of the month. It's like he'll tell you, he's like, "Yeah, there's a band coming down from Winnipeg, and we're gonna do a podcast." Like, sweet, what day is that? He's like, "Oh, it's later on. Don't worry about it. I'll let you know. Don't worry about it." And then he calls us this morning, and it's like, "Oh, perfect." I mean, I was excited. We needed to do a podcast anyway. So.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Content, motherfuckers. Eat it.
Also, I don't think it's been said on the podcast. But you guys are the first people who've reached out to us to be on the podcast.
Give him a little applause, Andrew.
Applause, absolutely.
There you go. Thank you guys very much. Yeah,
Thanks,
no,
yeah,
that is
that's-
cool. That's kind of a big. Is that a big thing? I think it's a big thing.
I think so.
I think so. That's
Yeah.
cool. I think.
No.
You guys should feel honored. Maybe
Yeah.
or not.
You guys should
Well,
I do.
Don't feel honored. I don't know.
I like being here. Listen to a bunch of
Not being
the older
presumptuous.
episodes, especially because like we mentioned before, the Soul Hounds guys.
Yeah.
Right? So
That was a
good
fun
friends with
podcast.
Ian.
That was a
yeah,
fun
no, that was
podcast.
great. That was hilarious.
Yeah, that's what we weren't 100% sure. We had assumed that the Soul Hounds had turned you guys on to us, but we didn't know for sure. We were like that. We were joking before that it's like, what if they're these like
Random.
scary people from Winnipeg that just like listen to our podcast, and then it's like they have no idea who we are, like, and they're just gonna show up, and it's like, yeah, we don't know who you guys are. We just wanted to like show up and be on a podcast. But
Well, that too.
That level of fandom already.
That's why
the
we
thing.
put our pictures in the CD.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. Good word. Yeah.
that was good. That actually helped quite a bit. I was less surprised. You guys walking through the door. It was nice. I was like, okay, I recognize these people.
We had no plans on putting any pictures of any of us, at least in a distinguishable way in the album, and then
Paper bags on heads.
that, or blurred faces, or all that cool hipstery photo stuff. But then we got together, and then we just like. I don't think
we just said, let's try it out. Like, I don't think we decided for sure we're gonna do it. We had the lights for it. We're like, let's just like see how it turns out.
And it worked. So,
I enjoyed it. Like I said, I was less surprised.
Worked out well, double function there.
So, is this like how many times you guys toured? Is this your first real tour?
For everyone,
Oh yes,
for all of us.
that's awesome. Yeah. That's really cool.
Yeah.
So,
Exciting.
because the Soul Hounds definitely didn't do the album then tour. They got right on the tour.
Yeah, well, I know they were like just doing like a demo. They were gonna try to shop around. That's they were most recently in the studio for, I think, and then we were gonna maybe come down and film them doing that, but then
We'll see. We'll see.
yeah,
We'll see how this friendship continues.
Yeah.
Maybe we're enemies now. I don't know.
Coming for you.
So, any notable stories from the road? Think of anything? You're
At
tired.
this moment,
Yeah.
I'm tired. A lot of driving. It's a lot of
driving.
Trip roads.
I've driven to Calgary and through the mountains numerous times with my family over the years, and I always forget that there's a section in Alberta that is literally a straight line for like 40 minutes.
Oh yeah.
That's just incredibly maddening.
Like, yeah, like in Manitoba, sorry, you got like lakes and stuff, so you gotta like dodge shit.
Yeah.
But like Saskatchewan and Alberta, it's straight on till morning. Like you'd never.
It's unbelievable.
It's awful.
I thought Saskatchewan was the more straight shooting roads, but no, it's Alberta. I had it all wrong this whole time, so I apologize, Saskatchewaners.
Were you guys like mostly on the Trans-Can then?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that thing sucks.
Yeah.
That is not a fun road.
And then yesterday we took the Highway 2 between Calgary and Edmonton, and it's just constant traffic.
Yeah,
it just doesn't end, and it's like the middle of the day on a Friday afternoon, just traffic both directions. Yeah.
So you guys all doing like the brunt of the driving, or is there somebody who mostly drives?
Natalie and I are the ones that have licenses.
Oh, I see.
Technically have a driver's license, just not a Canadian.
Ah, there you go. I was gonna ask. You have like an accent for sure. What?
You have an accent for sure.
Well, I was like at the beginning. I was. Yeah.
I've also been trying to pinpoint it.
Yeah. Are you Australian?
Yeah.
Yes.
I thought so too. Yeah, I didn't want to assume. But.
That's okay.
Totally unique accent. If we would have gotten that wrong, that would have been bad.
That's fine. It's either that or New Zealand. Sometimes,
there you go.
Sometimes England. I mean, they're completely different, but
you could sort of understand. It's gotta be offensive. It's gotta be terrible.
it's not so bad.
It's not so bad.
It could be worse places.
So you're from Australia. How long have you been in Canada?
Like 7-8 years, something like
Okay.
that. Yeah,
Quite a while.
I originally came probably that long ago for like just a holiday, and then ended up kind of staying.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Just made some good friends or something.
Well, no, I went to long story. I moved. I kind of came. I went to a boarding school in Australia, and my girlfriend now, who I'm still with, we went to boarding school there, and then I kind of finished high school and was like, got no plans. I'll work, save some cash, and come on holiday, and we kind of were together, and then we kind of was like, sure, I can come live in Canada for a while.
Hey, that's
and
fantastic.
Been here ever since.
Man, that's like.
I hear about the other way happening a lot. I hear a lot of Canadians going to Australia.
Well, that's the thing. Is like they got it. That's the thing. They're already in a warm, like semi-paradise, desert, arid region. So it's like, where do they go on holidays?
Australians
like,
go everywhere. They're everywhere.
They are.
That's
Can't
true.
avoid Australians at all.
And then I think Canada and Australia have a big kind of like symbiotic relationship because a lot of farmers go back and forth from Australia.
Yeah, definitely to come and work here was much easier than to go anywhere else. There's a program called the Working Holiday something, and it basically allows you to not have a job lined up as long as you've got enough cash saved, and you can kind of come in, holiday, and work if you choose.
Oh yeah.
So that's what I kind of started on and have since become.
That's not too bad.
But
oh, you are permanent resident now. That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's
a process.
Yeah, I got a lot of friends from. I went to school in Vancouver, and lots of kids from all over the place, and like tons of them are trying to get permanent residency right now, and they're just having a
fuck of a time doing it. It's tough.
Yeah,
It's a 5-year process.
Well, it
4
was
years, right?
it was about 2 years. We kind of started it all, and then we're just like, there's far too much paperwork, and we ended up just going to an immigration lawyer, and we're like, okay, sort this out.
Handle it for us, yeah.
And he was just like, yeah, all of these questions, how they're like, they want something, you don't need to answer that question. It's like, they want this, this, and this, and this, and this, and
Yeah.
it's like, yeah.
So he was
It's
totally
worth every penny. If there's
Just
one
to
piece
save
of
the house,
advice,
yeah.
yeah,
Get an immigration lawyer.
get an immigration lawyer.
So now I know why you don't have a license. Why don't you?
I don't really have an excuse, I guess. I always public transit, take the transit when in Winnipeg. I just
I
don't
guess,
I don't
yeah.
like driving. I get really anxious about it.
I'm with you.
I feel like
I hate driving.
I hate
I'm
it.
Saskatchewan though. I
s-
can't not drive.
Like I suck at it. I hate it. I'm always like telling my friends, "I'll turn down like there," and they're like, "It's a one way." Like, I would have just done it and like killed myself. Like I
And
just don't
everybody
trust
else,
it.
yeah.
So I
No,
think
fair enough. Maybe you shouldn't have a license.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Well,
I mean-
you live pretty central.
I mean,
that's the thing.
Yeah.
That's all because I'm getting way better, but I used to be a very anxious driver, and that was always my people would be like, why don't you fucking like driving? I'd be like, if I'm not in a car, I can't kill anybody. So that's it. There you go. I am not going to be guilty for someone's death today if I'm not behind a wheel.
Exactly.
So much melodrama.
Oh,
No, yeah, it's. I always found that funny about you. You just hate driving.
I hate driving. I'm getting way better.
I'm actually the opposite. I feel like I grew up in rural Manitoba, so again, you have to drive.
Yeah, you have to.
You have to, otherwise you're just stuck. And I just feel the older I get, the more I'm like, oh, I don't want to drive anymore. I just hate it. I hate it so much.
Just tedious, you think?
It's just, I don't know. And it's sort of what you're talking about. Like, I don't want to be at fault for someone else's mistake, because that's what it feels like. I mean, it's not like, I'm not a perfect driver. I'm not saying that at all.
Oh,
But I'm just saying, like, there's so much stupid shit out there.
Oh,
That's the problem,
It's,
it's like
the
it's-
road, it's the road rage. Nana and I both get the same road rage. Actually, it's the exact same thing. I never noticed it until I was actually in the back, like just relaxing, and then I hear like swearing at this person. I'm like, I was thinking the exact same thing.
I agree!
Yeah, and
Backseat road rage.
Yeah, we give each other moral road rage support.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
fantastic. You need that. No, nothing is worse than being mad at somebody while driving. Somebody's like, calm down.
Yeah. Like, don't tell me to calm
Don't
down.
fucking tell me I'm in the right.
Get amped up.
It's like telling a drunk person that like you're so drunk.
Like, it's not gonna stop. Like,
It's not gonna work.
God damn, I had a thought there.
Damn it! It's alright. It's alright. It happens.
No, we actually just fairly recently, I guess, a few months ago. Well, I guess way more than that. Jeez, it's already fucking April now. It's almost May.
Keep saying we're gonna be dead like right away here. End of life is coming up.
But last fall, we went to Ontario. We drove through, Manitoba and Northern Ontario, and that was just
Terrible, right?
That was I think we did it in both ways. We did 2 days.
I think the way back we did 3 days.
No, way there we did 3 days. The way back.
Oh,
we
back
did
was 2 days.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So it was like 2 18-hour days, and it was just
Yeah, it's
yeah.
tough. Well, yeah, Winnipeg to GTA area is 2 days for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think if you drive straight, it's like 25 hours
or something like that.
Yeah, it
Depends on if you can take the ferry at South Baymouth over to Tobermory, or if you can go around. If you have to go around the lake,
Yeah.
at Sudbury.
I've just always gone around the lake, so.
I'm originally from Stratford, Ontario, so I've done the drive on my own. I've done it straight through from Stratford to Saskatoon a couple times, and 36 hours straight. It's like you feel like you're on meth by the time you're.
You are for sure guilty of someone or like 3 or 4 people's deaths. Like they're
Indirectly.
in the ditch today.
I mean, I
Because
can't
of what
be
you
sure
did.
if it was hair or fur in the grill of my car.
It's very similar.
I like to assume it was a deer, but maybe it wasn't. I don't know.
I don't know.
Deers
Okay.
are blonde, right?
I can't say for certain.
They're blonde deer.
They're blonde deer.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. That's terrible. I'm trying to think. No, I get a fucking sweet deal when driving because I'm smaller than my respective business partners.
Absolutely. But
By a little bit. And so anyway, so they usually, the ones driving, the ones passenger, and they kind of switch around, and then I kind of get cramped in the back with all the equipment. but I can usually just fucking shoot my legs up somewhere and find a try to like Rubik's cube Tetris myself into a space so I can sleep.
Yeah, right leg behind the head.
Then he has the audacity. He hasn't driven a fucking single mile, and he's like, "This is so fucking uncomfortable back here."
I have never once complained about the comfort in the back. Never once have I ever complained. Ever.
Keep going.
I will.
I don't know. Maybe not about the comfort. No.
You're gonna get another award if you keep this up.
Yeah, there you go. So much passion. What are we passionate about? Nothing
Most
important.
passionate podcast.
Hey! Like you think my mom made that? Jesus. All up to you, big guy.
So, new album just dropped.
Yeah.
Any plans for the next one? Are you guys gonna see it? I know new one just came out, but
Oh no, there is. It's 100%.
I don't even think we had the master, or no, maybe we did. We definitely didn't have the actual final copy of that record, and we had already started doing scratch tracks,
nice.
pre-production for the next record. So
We already
cool. And we've got a whole bunch just kind of ready. I've talked to a friend of mine who produces, and we're going to do some songs very shortly with him, and we're hoping to do a bunch of different songs with different producers this time.
That's awesome.
That's exciting.
So yeah.
So anyways, I listened to the CD back when you guys sent it to us a couple times, but then today when we were setting up for the podcast, we were just going through it a couple times. We kind of had our ideas as to some of the influences we were guessing on, but we don't want to say anything because there's nothing worser. There's nothing worser than saying something that will offend somebody. So,
Especially with musicians.
that's the thing, and like when we don't know what the fuck we're talking about. So, what would you guys say? We'll tell you after you tell us what we thought. So, what would you guys say are your major influences?
I feel like this is sort of like a dating game situation.
Yeah, there you go. It's like,
there you go. We're gonna write ours down and reveal it. Influence. That's a tough one. I mean, obviously, I think we all share a pretty common connection with 90s rock.
Yes, the
grungy.
Big time. We were
rock.
like, this is this like even like the look of the actual CD itself. I was like, I feel like this is from the 90s.
Yeah. So a lot of that. I think Mano and I, and we've got Mike and James into them more like the Yeah Yeah Yeahs.
Okay.
Mano's a really big fan of the Kills, so there's definitely a lot of that. I'm a big fan of like Sonic Youth. People come up to me after shows
Sonic Youth
and
in there,
tell me like, you must be really into Sonic Youth just based on the way you play guitar and stuff like that. So stuff like that. I love very like reverb heavy shoegazy kind of stuff. And then
Shoegazy. It's
Fugazi. It's a woozy. It's a
Was that a punk band in the 80s? Shoegazi, it's not Fugazi.
All right, Fugazi. Okay. God, like I don't know if I want to say it now because it's like there's one band that I like kind of came to my mind because it's like
you can't not say it.
There's a few. So the band that came to my mind. Please don't be mad. And it was a couple songs, no doubt. Came to my mind.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's
okay,
amazing.
good.
Yeah.
I was scared because I can go one of two ways. Some people love Gwen. Some people don't like Gwen.
Gwen is so cool. Yeah, that's awesome.
That's definitely what came out, and it was like definitely more. Because it's like I guess the thing that you guys don't share in common with No Doubt so much is like, No Doubt has these like really. What's the word for it? Like really. Poppy choruses, I guess would be the word, maybe like Bathwater and stuff, like that's kind of word. So you guys are, I would say it's like you guys sound like No Doubt, but with like more integrity. I love No Doubt. Don't get me wrong. And Bathwater, I love.
T-shirt slogan.
Great,
right there.
Great.
Silence Kit. No doubt, but with integrity.
I'm not scared of the word pop, like the genre pop. I think there's like definitely an aspect of pop.
There's a flavor. I mean, that's just like kind of what I noticed, I guess, and like definitely earlier, No Doubt, not. Yeah. I can't even think about what later No Doubt is, but because they're doing that, they're a band again, aren't they now? I think so. I didn't listen to any of the things. But yeah, I was gonna say like Bathwater was definitely a few of the songs remind me of that. And like,
it's interesting to hear you say like you're not afraid of the word pop because a lot of musicians that we work with, it's like you say, oh that's good, it's catchy, it sounds kind of poppy, and then it's like they're immediately just
super turned off. And it's terrible, especially in this sort of independent scene that you guys are very much part of in the prairies, and I'm just gonna say this whole independent scene. We work with a guy named Alex Shenton. Do you guys know Bastard Poetry at all? They're a Saskatoon band. Don't worry about it. That's kind of his biggest project. That's kind of he is a very cool guy. That's kind of their biggest project, so that's the one I throw out there. But he's not doing that anymore. He's doing a solo project called Rancher Sun now, and we work with him a lot. We really enjoy working with him. He's a super cool guy. And we went into, he was recording at Skull Creek. Do you guys know League of Wolves at all? Have you met them yet?
I sent a message. I kind of know them through
internet. So yeah, so definitely, I hope you guys get to meet those guys, because once again, they're really good friends of mine. Super, super cool guys. But the one guitarist, singer of the band, he owns a little studio called Skull Creek Studios in Piapot, Saskatchewan. So as we went there with this Rancher Sun guy to hear some of his new songs and talk about maybe some future music videos and stuff. And he played his new stuff for us, and it was one of the songs especially was
it sounded like a song that you would hear like
top 40. And we were just like, and it was super different for him because he's like, he really likes hip hop. Oh no, sorry, hip hop. Fuck. Like he likes his own like he does this rap thing. It's kind of unique to him.
It's unique hip hop. It's like, let's put it this way: he was nominated for songwriting awards for one of his songs in folk, hip hop, and country. I think
same song,
same broad.
Yeah,
that's cool.
So he's got his own thing going.
Weird, yeah.
But so he played this new song for us. Fell in love with it. I was like, this is incredible. Like we need to do a video for it, and we just shot the video for it. But once again, he was like really hesitant. He's like, yeah, it's really poppy, and like he seemed kind of ashamed, and we're like, don't be like, it's awesome. It sounds like it's not bad if it sounds good. Why is that bad?
Exactly.
It's terrible, and like I don't know. I felt bad because it's like it seems like it's a negative stigma if somebody calls your song, if they say it sounds poppy. Like they all say it with a fucking.
But look at the bands who have made it. Like look at Weezer. Look at like any of the alternative bands. They have at least a couple songs that are really poppy and radio tunes that get attraction.
I think the definition of pop's changed a little bit as well.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good point too. Yeah.
And it's like you look at something like country, where I think pop is a very negative word. It's bad. If you say that a country song is pop, it's usually not very good because it's like that means
some certain artists.
Yeah. And that's the thing. There are certain country artists that it's like they can blend the two in a way that like it totally works. But I think country, so far to me, is the genre that's been hit hardest by that negative influence from pop. Like they very much, it just feels like sometimes when you listen to a lot of country, it's like, this is bullshit. Like this is not country. This is lost all semblance of anything.
It's country sounding pop instead of poppy country music, I guess.
I guess pop, like people associate with like not having any depth to it, and like with those like a pop country songs, like there really isn't, and it was most were written to make money specifically for that purpose. But there's like some pop that's just like brilliant and like
for sure, like,
stuck in your head forever, but you love that. Like sometimes it's terrible, but
I'm glad we're breaking down barriers.
And I think like there's different versions of what pop could be, you know. Like I mean, like you said, top 40. But then there's bands who are, you know, I mean, there's like that genre of it's kind of like underground rock. It's called power pop, right? Like it's like a sort of like a very poppy sound, but like with like a very gritty punk under like kind of feel to it as well.
Cool.
And so that's cool. Yeah, and like you mentioned, Weezer, like huge fans of Weezer, and like I'm a big fan of Radiohead, and I mean, yeah, they're a pop band, you know, like they make these massive selling records. They're a pop band. It's not a negative thing to be related to pop, you know, but it's also such a broad category.
Yeah, no, exactly.
And even Lady Gaga, like she's brilliant. I think she's brilliant.
Oh yeah, I'd agree.
I can see why, you know. I just think she's so talented. And
man, I saw her with Metallica at was it the Grammys that she played with Metallica? That was fucking dope.
Yeah, that was
some technical difficulties.
Yeah, that's a couple of technical difficulties. James Hetfield was not happy. She picked up the slack though.
Yeah,
she done that.
Didn't she do a thing with was it Lou Reed as well? Just like a ballad, just piano.
Yeah,
she played piano. And
that sounds very familiar.
She did the thing with Tony Bennett.
Tony Bennett, that's what it was. Yeah,
which is. Tony Bennett. Don't get me started on Tony Bennett.
Tony Bennett.
But yeah, no, and yeah, like I think there's a lot of bands that I think I realized I got to a certain point. I don't know how old I was, but probably late teens, early 20s, where it's like, before then I was like, oh, I'm into like this cool music that's not pop, and then also I was like, this is pop music.
Yeah.
It just, maybe a different package, and I'm like, that's cool. And then as a songwriter, I really embrace sort of pop, and like I want to make catchy songs, but I also want to make songs that aren't just like easy songs. Yeah, like yeah, exactly. I want a listener to like get a really good hook out of it, but also there's something there that you can re-listen to. It's not just pure pop.
I feel like, I mean, as different as video is from, or like what we do from music, it's just like it's kind of similar. It's like there are certain conventions you have to follow when you're doing video to make a music video or a short film or whatever you're doing, to make it accessible and to make it pleasurable for somebody to watch. And I don't know, for me it's kind of a balancing act between like staying, like doing something that you're like, yeah, that's fucking funny, or that's awesome, or that's cool, or that whatever, and then doing something that other people enjoy. And it's like when you can fucking amalgamate when you can amalgamate away from contact, when you can amalgamate the two, I think that is what you're looking for, because it's like if I do something that I think is really funny, but nobody else thinks it's funny, I don't get a lot out of it. I'm like, fuck, maybe
it was just better as like a skit that we talked
or like
about,
something, but it's like, but then
instead of actually making it.
Yeah, or if there's something that, and then on the other side of the spectrum, if I do something that it's like I know is people are gonna enjoy, but I fucking didn't give a shit about, and people really enjoy it, it's like, once again, didn't I don't care about it. But when you hit that beautiful middle ground where you love it and everybody else loves it, you're really proud of it, and that's something you can be really proud of, like openly, because other people are like, that's good that you're proud of that thing, because it's like, that's a good thing. And I don't know, I think a lot of people get lost in that, that artistic integrity or whatever it is, and it's tough, because like I don't know, how do their minds work? How do they, like, because I wouldn't be able to do that. Like I don't think I could ever be purely have that pure integrity, because like I could never do something that's just good to me, and it's like, this is great for me, and I don't give a fuck what you think. I could never do that. Like it's just
I think there's a big difference also between, like, at least this is how I rationalize it, but between like selling out and buying in kind of thing is how I look at it. Like you have to treat what you're doing as in a creative industry, to a certain extent you have to treat it like it's a business, or else you're not going to go anywhere with it unless you treat it that way and try to produce something that people give a fuck about.
Absolutely.
You're never going to do that, and it's just going to be, I guess you could get a lot of enjoyment out of it, but it's not going to be.
It's like, that's great, bud.
Yeah.
So on the shoulder.
I got all these videos. I got all these songs on my laptop, and no one's listening to them, but they're there, and then.
Well, who knows? You'll die 50 years later. Somebody will discover them and be like, "He's a genius, fucking genius."
There you go. Since you won't be around to reap the benefits. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the thing with us, right? It's like, I mean, we write songs because one, we love playing music, and we want to do it for a living, and then we obviously want other people to enjoy it, and then like, there's songs that we've scrapped, or not scrapped, back burner,
reworked.
Yeah.
There's songs that these guys have to like really twist my arm in order to get me to like agree to play them. I'll admit that, but there's a lot when it comes to songwriting is kind of it's my craft, it's my thing. Some people can like build tables out of wood and edit
This was
videos.
actually built. Just a
Side note.
This was built by our business partner's father in, I think, the 1970s. So it's a good. This is a good table. It's a good table. That's actually funny that you said that.
Yeah. I'm just riffing off what I see.
Yeah.
Some people weave carpets. They pour concrete.
They pour concrete.
Exactly.
I'm sorry for interrupting you.
But yeah, and so like to me, writing songs is really important, and it's something that I put a lot into, and if even writing a song and playing it live a few times, and it's like I just don't think this is what it could be, then I just it's hard for me to play that song. Even if everyone else in the band likes it and fans like it, it's tough. When I just it's like maybe I'm a bit of like a moody artist or something.
You got to be a little bit. I mean, there's definitely we just finished music video for a band called the Pistol Whips, who are a local Saskatoon band, and that was one of those ones where it was a little bit of like, I want to keep it the way it is, and like they're like, no, put more of this in, and I'm like, I want to keep it the way it is. I think it's good the way it is. And because you like, I don't know, 95% of the time I'll default to the artists, because it's like your music video, whatever, and it's like usually I can work around whatever they're, and we've been pretty lucky, I think, up to this point. Most of the bands we've worked with have given us
A lot of creative
basically
freedom.
free reign with these music videos.
Yeah.
But yeah, this Pistol Whips were a little more, and I think that's just like kind of them, who they are, is like they really want to be involved in
Every step.
and they want to be creatively, they want to be portrayed the way that they like want to be portrayed. They don't if that makes sense. And yeah, it was interesting. I wouldn't say there was no butting of heads. There's no like,
It wasn't negative at all.
this wasn't negative, but it was like there were certain things that was like they'd be like, hey, maybe throw some more shots of this in, and then I would like throw like one more shot and be like, okay, how's that? Because it's like
I gotcha.
there's like certain, because I'm like, I need to keep this there because it's like I love that section.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was interesting. So it was like, it's definitely, you need to have that sort of line for yourself as far as artistic integrity goes.
Yes.
So that you're not, I don't know. So yeah, so you're not feeling, because you don't want to release something, you don't want to play something that you don't enjoy or like you're not proud of, and it's like, because that's just like, what the fuck are you doing, man? Yeah.
Look at this, like Cherry Pie, that song. It's like, they hate the fact that they wrote that song. I don't even know what band that is. So
Florence. Unfortunately, I know way too much music trivia.
Yeah, they hate it. Like, yeah, man. Yeah.
But like, that's who they are. They're
They
Cherry
are the
Pie.
word guys.
Whether songs
They're the
it
Cherry
doesn't
Pie.
matter. They wrote Cherry Pie.
Yeah.
So
It's sad, and I think that's the thing. There's one song on the EP, and we haven't played it in a long time, and we played it the other night for the first time. And it's just a song that like I wrote a long time ago, and it just sounds so ridiculous. But like when I wrote it, I'm like, I'm gonna hate this song one day. I love it right now, but I'm gonna hate this song one day. And then I don't know. We played it and I just got tired of it. I don't hate it, but I got really tired of it. And I think we changed it slightly from the recording on this tour, and I think it's more enjoyable to play. And I think also just giving it that rest period makes it like, okay, this is something that like I can see why other people really dig this song again. Because for a while it's just like, yeah, I've played this song like a million times. There's nothing else I can do here.
It's probably our most like radio friendly tune and most like catchy, poppy, riffy. Like people love it, and like everyone like that's just like funny that she just.
Yeah.
That is funny.
Yeah. We did play it. We did play it on the tour, and I'm sure we'll play it. We'll play it soon.
Didn't
We did play it at the
That's
release.
right. Oh, we did play it. Yeah, so we
Release,
played it
and we
twice.
played it in
But see,
concert.
we played twice in a week. That's getting too much already.
Yeah. So you're gonna play it tonight?
Maybe. We'll see.
Metallica vibe. You guys are like on the stage. You're like,
Actually, you know what? We've kind of been doing that
We've
this
been doing
tour.
that. Oh, nice.
And I really like Calgary. Like, yeah, Natalie, you just wrote down the list. I had no idea what any of the songs were until I was already sitting behind my drum kit, basically.
Yeah. And then last night
That's
I
cool.
just said, Mano, go write a set list.
Yeah.
that's good. Yeah,
And then still changed it before.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't-
I
don't-
Yeah, exactly.
I don't play an instrument. I'm not a musician. I can't speak to what type of pressure that is. Like, I can't really imagine. I don't think I'd be able to do it. But I think that'd be fun. I think if I were a musician, I think it would be fun to have that sort of mix up at the end and just be like, this is kind of exciting.
Yeah.
Keep it kind of exciting, keep it fresh. Because I mean,
I guess it's
are you guys big on stage fright? Like, do you guys get stage fright people?
Not like scared. I get like anxious in a good way. Like I just want to get on. Like the worst part of the night is when the band that's before us is just finished their set, because we have to kind of like wait for them to get off.
Yeah.
And that moment of like waiting for them to get off is like, okay, like I just need to go
Super
and do
ready
this right
to
now.
go. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's also a positive thing because I'm
That's
on
good.
stage I'm more charged. Like,
Yeah,
more
yeah,
charged, but
No, that's excellent. That is a very positive experience. I've talked to a couple people who are just like, I'm fucking terrified every time I go on. Like, I'm so scared of rejection. And it's like,
think when I first started playing, I was like that, but then now it's just kind of like, oh, it's a gig.
Yeah,
You know,
settled
go
into
up
it.
there
Yeah.
and do it. I know what I'm doing. You know, I'm confident playing the songs.
Mm-hmm.
I know these guys will do all their parts, and even if there are mess ups, we can all catch each other, no problem. Like go off time or whatever. It's instant now.
So
It's mostly me when I'm too drunk last night.
too drunk. So I guess like you guys got in contact with us through the Soul Hounds. How do you guys know those guys? That's interesting.
How did we?
Oh, I do. I know.
Yeah.
We played the Cavern ones.
Okay. So
And-
that is a venue in
Winnipeg, yeah.
Okay.
And
Shut the fuck up.
Oh.
God damn you. Should I go turn it off real quick? Okay,
Okay, quick run. We'll continue the story.
You keep going with the story. And I'll listen to it later.
okay, so keep going. Okay.
Yeah.
And we played this venue, and I saw Morgan from Soul Hounds. I didn't know him very well, but I recognized his green hair.
Yeah.
And we played, and then after the show, he just like loved us and insisted on playing with us.
Cool.
That's how we got to know them.
Yeah, and then I work along McQuaid and Ian's customer.
Yeah.
So kind of met that way, and we were talking more and more just recently in the last few weeks or so, and then like I finally like kind of officially met Elise, not even like like 2 weeks ago. Finally.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. She'd always be gone after a set, or everybody would be like, around her chatting, so I was never had a chance to introduce myself besides just in passing. Hi, I'm Mike. Good to see ya.
Actually, it's also interesting. I think just before I saw him for the first time, which was a long time ago, I actually lived a few houses down from Ian.
Mm-hmm.
And actually he worked with my roommate as well. And it just like everything, it just like, that's the thing about I'm sure Saskatoon's probably the same way, but Winnipeg is just like, it's really a small town.
Yeah.
You
Especially
With the music
yeah,
scene.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
and you go to a party and you'll end up talking about a friend of yours and like, oh, I know who that is, and like there's all these connections, and and so it's kind of cool, and so like I moved recently, but I only moved like a block away, so I see him around all the time. There's like a liquor store and a Shoppers next
And he's
door.
just there,
place.
he's just
yeah, exactly. So
I very, very similar to Saskatoon, I think, and we're in kind of a unique position because we're really trying to solidify ourselves as like this city's like music video guys, and then hopefully the prairies after that. We'll see what happens. But yeah, so we work with a lot of different bands. We've almost worked with a lot of different bands, and so we're really getting to know the whole music scene kind of from the inside out, and the types of people in these bands in kind of a unique way. And so it's always interesting to like talk to a band and be like, yeah, we were gonna work with these guys, but they kind of flaked on us. And they're like, yeah, those guys are fucking assholes. And they don't tell you. It's like, yes,
It's
they
not
are.
just
It's not just us.
Exactly.
And that's the thing. It's like it's funny. It's like every. Yeah, it's kind of
It's been pretty consistent. Like there has.
Yeah.
I don't think there's been anyone who was
totally disagreed with
flaked on
us
us
on an
and-
opinion, but that's the thing.
Yeah.
I don't think we're unreasonable people. We try not to be. We try
in
to be
public,
reasonable.
anyways.
In public, anyways.
yeah.
Fuck you, Swade. He's an avid listener. I like to say fuck you every couple podcasts.
Every couple podcasts,
remind him.
That's fine.
Remind him of his place.
Right on.
All right, so where can we go now? I'm trying to think. Are you gonna would you rather?
I will. Yeah.
Would you rather? Oh God.
So that's the thing. We do would you rather's. I'm very glad Brad's not here because he only has 2 would you rather's you ever ask anybody,
God.
and I hate them.
Now we have to break.
No, we don't. Out of integrity, we can tell them after. That's the thing. We can tell you. Like if you're curious, we'll tell you after. But it's not. Fuck you, Brad. I hate those would you rather's. They're not funny. They're really uncomfortable, and you should never say those things to strangers. Like fuck.
Oh, man.
If you've known someone for 16 years, then you can say that stuff. Like it's not okay. You should just tag Brad in this and be like, this is fucking. Learn from this.
Yeah, right at this point. Too.
Right
a second just before that rant.
This is the learning experience.
Oh, like these are all terrible.
Are you using that app of yours?
Yeah.
Yeah, we would try to make it a staple, but we should probably like write them down beforehand, eh?
Yeah, for sure. Well, sometimes the app is great, and other times it's like, would you rather watch Game of Thrones or Dexter? It's like, would you rather say?
Neither.
Neither?
Here you
I
go.
watched Dexter.
Okay,
That's
well,
alright.
that's rough. That's rough, because
Yeah.
Dexter's not good all the way through.
No, I'm not all the way through.
Really good.
First 3 seasons.
Really,
Yeah,
yeah, pretty good.
yeah.
And then it's just not good
And
after
I've
that.
actually never watched Game of Thrones.
Cool.
You should watch Game of Thrones. Unless you hate fantasy, then don't watch it.
I don't know.
Hey,
I don't know.
here's the thing though. I am not really a fantasy fan. I
You
love
like
Game of Thrones.
Yeah, it's the thing. You should watch Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
just,
well,
I don't-
but
I don't
it's just
have
the
Netflix
greatest
or
piece
Is
of
it-
television.
well, it's not on Netflix.
I don't know. I don't cable. I don't watch it.
Don't pirate it.
Don't pirate.
I
no.
hear it's good, but it's so much to binge. Like it's too. That's a lot of hours.
Too much to
I-
binge.
That's me.
I-
If
I-
I have a deathly illness, I'll sit and watch it. I can't.
Like if you're dying.
yeah, and like I have nothing. I'm like stuck in a bed. I'll do it,
I think
but I can't
Just
just.
give me all the seasons.
So
of
you
Game of
haven't seen
Thrones.
any of it either?
None of it. No.
You seen any of it?
No.
You're the only one.
Goodness.
That's nuts. That's like a
I
fucking
didn't even know
cultural
this.
phenomenon. That's
I'm learning things
that's
about
a-
this
that's
man.
like-
Also, working at HB, you learn to resent certain
popular
shows.
stuff
Yeah.
because like everybody asked for it. I can totally
And
see
like
that.
all these like stupid little like knickknacks and like people are just assholes and you're like I just don't like this TV show because assholes like this TV show.
She goes in the back with like the start cup for the wolves on it. She smashes them. Fucking Game of Thrones. Piece of shit.
See, I
Hate it.
was like, I kind of jumped in around. I think season 3 was just wrapping up, so
Mhm.
it wasn't that much to get through. And then I've been watching it, every season.
I don't know how. I think I just because there was a hype train for it coming up, like when the show just started.
Yeah,
even.
yeah,
So I think because I had no idea. I hadn't read the books, had no idea what it was. But I remember I did see the first episode, and I was like there and watched. I've been there since the beginning, but I went to Vancouver. God, that started a long time ago now. What are they on, like season 7
I think
or 8
this is
now?
7. Yeah, I think this is 7.
Christ, they've been
That's
going at it
coming
for a while.
right away, isn't it?
Yeah.
excited.
But then I moved to Vancouver to go to school, and I think my second year, my roommate was like, he'd never seen Game of Thrones, and he's one of those guys who's like, he needs to be in on all the fucking trends and all that shit, and he's like, I feel like an asshole because everybody knows about this, but I don't. So him and I binged like 5 seasons in like 3 days. We just like never slept,
That's intense.
and it was excellent. I got reminders, a lot of stuff I forgot about. It was good. Watch Game of Thrones, goddamn, it's so good.
At least one of you. One of the
Yeah.
three.
Yeah, one
One
of you.
tour would have been a good idea.
There you
All those
go.
hours in the car. Next tour.
Mm.
We'll bring up a little
I'll
portable
download it, yeah.
thing.
Okay, what's your favorite show? Or a favorite show? What's a show you enjoy?
I don't know. I recently binged the entire Rick and Morty.
That is incredible. That's a good show. That's a
Like,
good show to watch.
Natalie, I think it's right now.
Oh, yeah,
you
I've been
mentioned it,
telling
and
you.
then yeah. So then I just went on Daily Motion. I found all of them. They
Mhm.
didn't play in a perfect order,
Uh-huh.
but yeah, I just within the first conversation Rick and Morty had, I was hooked.
Yeah, no, exactly.
That's it,
so that's
yeah,
good.
yeah.
So you enjoyed Rick
Yeah,
and Morty. That's
that
good.
was beautiful. I'm a huge Futurama fan as well.
Yes, that I
Yeah. I challenge anyone who likes Futurama to not.
to not enjoy Rick and Morty.
Yeah,
Exactly.
That's
Especially it, man. But it's like I know people who wouldn't enjoy it because it is fucking weird. Like it is. It does have that
Yeah.
hint of like Adventure Time irreverence where it's like, what is going on?
Yeah.
Adventure Time is like just like a fucking bad acid trip, though. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. I don't
There's
like
too many
I don't like
episodes to
Adventure
keep
Time.
along.
But
You know what show is a bad fucking acid trip? I have a son who's like not quite 2 years old. He likes Peppa Pig. That show is just a bad fucking acid trip.
really unsettling in a lot of ways.
It's settling.
I don't know what it is about that show. It's very strange.
It
you
is
know?
Peppa Pig.
It's so fucked.
Well,
I
you know,
watched so many episodes of it. It's like I don't know who I am anymore. Like,
Like it's about a pig, I hope.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
But their
because that would be really
their
weird.
faces are all like weird and off. Like it's fucked. Watch an episode. And tell me that it's not fucked.
you know one
I
show
don't
that
think I will.
I always feel like I guess SpongeBob became like really popular when I was like a teenager, and I still love that show. But like
it's got
thinking
moments.
about like like myself, if I was watching that as like a 6 or 7 year old, like that show would have messed me up. Like there's a lot of
It's
weird
I did watch
stuff
that show
on
as
that
a
show.
kid.
That's the
you know?
thing. Is like I don't know. Kids don't have any concept of what's normal. So it's
Yeah.
like
I guess,
true.
yeah.
put a fucking
Yeah.
talking sponge in front of them. Sure, that's
Yeah.
fine. Like it's not. They
Yeah.
don't. This
But
is life.
But there's also lots of like adult humor in SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
Yeah.
why
And
it's
all
that's
these
why it's
cartoons,
still
Yeah.
you know, all
funny.
of them.
Like there's that
The
one
best
where
ones, yeah.
I think it's like Squidward finds that time machine and then he ends up in that weird like I don't know if it's another he like breaks time like that's so messed up.
One of my favorite clips still, which is like super dark. It's just like a quick thing, and it's like I can't remember, like SpongeBob's got a pet or something, and then Squidward kicks it, and then it's like, don't you have a soul? And he's like, I have no soul. And then like cuts to him in hell, like Squidward in hell. He's like, ah, and it's like burning and devils around him, and it cuts back just for a split second. It's like, fuck, like, that's heavy.
There's one where Squidward kills himself, I think, too. That's
Yes,
really
there
fun.
absolutely is one, or he tries to kill himself.
Oh.
No, I think he does kill himself.
I'm pretty sure he
You're
ends
right.
himself.
Spoiler.
Spoiler.
Man,
Yeah, it's a
people
weird
could get away
show.
with shit back in the
It's
day.
a weird show.
Well, even if you go back, like there's an episode of Tom and Jerry where they both just kill themselves.
Oh, yeah.
Too.
Yeah.
Right.
It's super weird. It's like this like happy-go-lucky kids show, and all of a sudden, like the two characters are killing themselves. Like, what the fuck?
My favorite Pepe Le Pew skit of all time, because I love fucking Looney Tunes.
Yeah,
It's
Looney Tunes.
God, is that shit above
Yeah.
all else. But my favorite Pepe Le Pew skit is when, because he's always trying to get the cat, and the cat locks herself in this like
Get the cat.
soundproof.
Let's not mince words here. He's
Yeah.
trying to rape the cat.
Yes.
He's trying to rape the cat. And anyway, so the cat locks herself in this like soundproof box that he can't get in. So he like bangs on. He's like, "Fucking let me in there! Get out of there! You fucking, I'm in love with you." And then she's like, "No, I fucking fuck you. You're annoying or whatever." And he's like, he gets depressed or whatever. And then you see him. He walks away. He comes back, pulls a gun out of his fucking pocket. He points to his head. And then she's like, "Ah, no!" And he's like, it's over. And then he walks around the corner so she can't see him. Boom! You hear a bang. And then she fucking jumps out. She's like, "Ah!" And then he just tricking her. He didn't actually shoot himself. He's like, "Ah, you've come back to me. You care about my life." And I'm like,
so fucked.
it's wonderful and it's hilarious. But I'm like, that is so dark in so many ways. Wonderful. Pepe Le Pew,
Yeah.
good for
This
you.
entire tour, I've been just listening to murder podcasts,
Murder,
all the time.
murder, like crime podcasts. You're
It's called
talking
Sword and Scale.
about. Okay.
It's some really heavy stuff. So it's like I've been listening to a lot of like husbands killing wives, mothers killing babies.
These aren't recordings of
It's
people
like
killing people. I
literally
hope.
there's like 911 calls.
reenactments.
There's like for real 911 calls
Okay,
and stuff.
that's terrifying.
It gets pretty bad.
We listened to that.
We listened to
Cult.
the Jonestown Massacre, like the tape. leading
Yeah, they had the whole
up to-
thing. We listened to the whole
the
thing for like
whole-
2 hours. It was not.
I love
good.
that. I love that shit.
You're hearing
fun.
people like, no, please.
No,
God."
it's like give the Kool-Aid to your children first, and like if they're too like outward about dying, like just drag them out and then take it yourself, and then all of a sudden it's like you hear like faint screaming or whatever in the background, and everything just goes quiet, and then the tape ends. It's just like
Wow.
you listen to thousands of people die.
I've been doing that for like 12 hours.
I mean, you're a musician, I guess. I don't. You shouldn't do that.
No, it made the sleeping in the van really scary because I was thinking of ways that like we could get murdered in the van. So I didn't get much sleep.
I didn't get much sleep. Just listening to people die all day. You must be a big like Reddit 4chan person, eh?
No,
No.
not quite.
Stay well away from Reddit.
Stay away.
Stay away. From
Stay
Reddit.
away.
Stay away from Reddit. It's a
Stay
bad
away.
place. It's a bad
I have
place.
some kind of innocence still, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Maybe, I don't know.
Listen to. I don't. Where's the middle ground there? It's like listening to an audio. That's good. That's fine.
Yeah.
But like video, no good.
No.
Jonestown Massacre.
That was so fucked. It was like
Comedy.
a dark, rainy day. We're driving back from wherever, and
I think that was on our way
We
back.
listened to it in the car.
Yeah. No, we lived like all three of us just sat there and listened to it,
Oh,
and it
man.
was just like, because
it
we
was so.
we
fucking
also put
depressing.
on
Sad.
the Heaven's Gate tapes for a little while, didn't we?
Oh,
Jeez,
that was
yeah.
fucked.
Yeah, and that old man trying to convince us
Applewood
to.
or whatever the hell his name is.
Yeah, the bald guy or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy trying to convince you that there's a spaceship coming and Jesus on the spaceship. Oh no, he is Jesus. And there's a spaceship.
No, he
coming.
actually changed his tune. Sorry,
Oh.
I know a little bit about this.
Continue.
I wrote a song about it actually in a
Hey,
Phoenix band.
that's
It's not just me. It's not just me. Okay, it's like two.
Yeah, no.
it's
the-
fascinating stuff.
The whole Heaven's Gate thing, yeah, it was
Mhm.
like something. I'll just kind of paraphrase it quickly. It was originally that aliens
Mhm.
had chosen these people to go to another planet to create like a better being kind of thing.
Because there was a day, right, that they were
Yeah.
like, they're coming, the aliens are stopping for a day,
Yeah.
and we gotta get on that ship, and the only way to get on that ship, we gotta fucking die.
Exactly, but then when aliens became popular in American culture,
Yeah.
all of a sudden he changed his tune that he is the alien.
Oh!
Yeah.
Like, he called himself Jesus, didn't he? He's like, I am...
I'm pretty
Because he
sure
kept talking about,
did.
he's like, I'm a higher evolution, that's what he always
Yeah,
said.
I don't know
in
if
tapes.
it specifically said Jesus or not, but he
Mm.
basically referred to that I'm a god.
Messianic
in some
figure?
regards. Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
And
I
then,
just
and then the purple robes and black Nikes with the white Nikes. Yeah,
terrible.
that's what it is.
What kind of a person you have to be to get in with that stuff? That's what I always
Desperate,
wondered.
I guess.
I
Yeah,
watched
Like, you,
like-
need, you need to know what happens afterwards.
The
Like, you just
web-
like
Yeah,
can't.
the website's still up if you guys want to read about it.
There's
that's
actually
awesome.
isn't there like one surviving member? Or whatever
There are
who's,
still
like a couple,
Yeah.
like who maintain the website
Yep.
and shit. Yeah, that fascinates me. Like, how do you?
Well,
They
still
missed the
believe-
boat.
interesting fact. O'Hara from Star Trek.
Okay.
Her brother died in that. He was
What?
He was one of the cult members.
No fucking way.
Yeah.
I love Star Trek.
I watched this really interesting documentary. It's on Netflix, and I can't remember what it's called for the life of me right now. But it's about this guy, and he started sort of, kind of like a hippie-ish commune, and he like it was all like really attractive young people, and he would like take them out into like the forest and stuff. And when he thought you were ready, you would go and see him, and he would just put his palm on your forehead, and people said it was like this complete religious experience. And then it got really twisted. He like started moving the whole clan to new states, and it got really, really, really dark. And then a lot of these people were talking about their experiences of why they were attracted to it. So it was really interesting. You hear about this crazy cult story, but then also what attracted these people to the cult in the first place.
that is for me is always the fascinating part, because it's the same, like Scientology I feel like is the big one right now that like a lot of people are leaving Scientology and like because of
and then talking about it,
how it is, and so like that one's really interesting, like Lena Headey and
going clear was
Going
Leah
Clear.
Remini.
Yeah.
Oh, Going Clear
Remini's her
was-
last name?
Remini or something.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is Lena Headey? Where did I get that from? Jesus Christ.
In
Yes,
that-
that stuff is
In
really
that Going
fascinating.
Clear documentary, there's that one scene where it's like the actual L. Ron Hubbard tape of him explaining the story.
Terrifying.
That scene will haunt me to the day
Yeah.
I die. It's
Same here. Yeah,
horrifying. It's,
yeah, absolutely
I like-
terrifying. I don't know how people would be attracted to that.
Yeah.
That immediately was like, I feel unclean.
Yeah.
I need
Every time I hear about that,
He's
I
a
just
dirty
think of
old
the-
man.
I just think of like the South Park skit.
Yes, that's the thing.
That's what I get in my head. So
I've-
I'm happy.
Cartoons.
See, I knew
I-
that. I
this
knew
is
that
actually what
going in, but-
Scientologists believe.
Yeah.
I think South Park might have been the first guys on the scene to like really fucking, because like when they had that whole episode, it's like they're making fun of them, obviously, like this isn't real, and
Well,
then
that's
they
why-
just have the text that says this is all
Yeah.
what Scientologists actually
Yeah.
believe, and like even when I saw that episode the first time, I'm like,
No.
that is just to make fun
Yeah,
of them still,
exactly.
like they don't,
Yeah.
and then and then you kind of read about it online, they're like a lot of this stuff is like
It's accurate.
Yeah.
this is
Yeah.
what it is, and then I saw Going Clear, and I'm like, this is all accurate. Like this is like,
Yeah.
like this is absolutely what they believe, and it's like, yeah, good for South Park for kind of fucking calling bullshit on that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm also fascinated by watching interviews with Tom Cruise from
Oh my
the
God,
early
me too.
millennium.
Oh man.
He is fucking insane, and like everything, every interview. Like I watched some interviews of him in like
Intense eye contact.
the second or
Like,
third
crazy eye contact.
Mission Impossible, and like right after he got together with Katie Holmes, those are the best ones.
I'm in love with Katie.
Because
Oh my
he's like,
gosh.
he just says this phrase, I'm living my life, man. I'm living my life. That's all he says. Like, he's in like 4 interviews I watched around the same time. And they're like, so what do you say to people who don't say you're the best actor, they say you're overrated? I'm just living my life, man. I'm just living my life. Like, that's all I just can live my life. That's it. It's
What
like,
crazy-
you're not saying anything.
What crazy blackmail does the church have on it?
I don't think anything. From the way
They have-
Lena Remini
Oh,
was...
Leah Remini. She said,
I think it's a combination of both. It has to be. It has to be. Cause I saw her interview. I know
with Joe Rogan. Is
Yeah.
that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
So I know that it's obviously gets a tremendous amount of benefit from being a part of the church as far as like
Yeah,
free
slaves.
workforce,
Yeah.
He does.
slaves,
and John
all that.
Travolta is actually allowed to kill someone and they will
Yes!
cover it up.
He has a position, yeah. That's
It's
great. What did
insane.
they call him? He has a position in the church where if he kills somebody, the church has to like essentially all just be like, yeah, it was good
He
that
has
you killed that
permission
guy.
to kill someone.
Yeah,
if
like
wanted
he
to.
like, because he's like, for lack of a better word, he's like a inquisitor essentially. Like if he sees something wrong with the way somebody's behaving in the church, he has full right to kill that person, and the whole church has to back him on it. Like,
So messed
everyone.
I mean, I also would have
Jesus.
qualms about leaving if I had that level of power. That's pretty. I could see the appeal to that. I guess.
I mean, if this podcast gave you that power, I don't think you'd want to end this podcast.
Sure, exactly.
I went to LA recently. We drove by the building. The Scientology is like huge
Yeah.
and like it's almost intimidating. It's so big, and you're like, oh my gosh, it's like kind of scary.
When I, my first year in Vancouver, my school was right across from the Church of Scientology, and we weren't allowed to point cameras in that direction, ever. And so we always pointed cameras in that direction and recorded them. Yeah, I don't know. They were in Vancouver at least. I don't know how the other ones are. They're very stingy on letting us inside the building because I think they knew we were making fun of them, but they wouldn't let us inside, and like they weren't very. And Andrew and I pulled a prank on our business partner one time. We were driving back from. I can't remember. It was a couple hours away, so we were like, we're gonna go online and we're gonna complete the Scientology personality test because they have the whole thing online, and we're gonna sign Brad up for all these newsletters. So we did that, but we had no idea how long it took. It took us like 3.5-4 hours to get through this fucking test. And then at the end, it was like, yeah, put in emails and all this shit, and we put in like a bunch of his information, and then he was like, yeah, I started getting email.
Like,
and then he's like, he got like letters from Scientology, and like he kept getting emails. And that's funny.
You kind of fucked him over, actually. He'll never.
They'll never stop. That's good. It's good. Maybe he needs some spirituality in his life. I don't know.
That's what we should do to the neighbor across the street.
Yes, that bitch.
Oh, no.
Great.
She is terrible. She's
almost got cars towed a bunch of times. It's like
she chalks her.
She gets gets tires chalked, and
all the time.
This neighborhood's like a free for all with parking. And if you park in front of her house, she views it as her spot, and so she will go write your license plate down and call it in, even if it hasn't been. I think 24 hours you're allowed to park, and then. Yeah, she actually got Brad's car towed.
Just kind of noticed the prairies is just free reign and parking in general.
Absolutely.
You guys have parking here,
Both sides.
like at both sides of the street. That's so.
No, that's the thing is like these people are complaining about walking like 100 meters maximum.
Yeah.
Maximum. These people are complaining about walking 100 meters.
It's like,
fucking lazy asshole.
It's not even the thing is with her. It's not even like I had to walk. It's like it's the spot.
She deserves
Kind of in front of my house, but not right in front of my house.
She deserves it. It's
Yeah.
her fucking spot.
Just think of this, like even coming up this.
Yeah.
Well, whatever this street's called, I can't find.
Rutherford.
No, yeah, sorry, yeah.
Rutherford, yeah, coming, the lane as opposed to the crescent that we're on.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's parking on both sides, and there's literally we got the bus. I mean, you saw that thing. It's huge, right? And I'm going through, and it's like, well, okay, if somebody's coming the other way, like,
Good luck.
Bone. Yeah, that is absolutely with it. That's one reason whenever I see shit about like London online or videos about London and like driving, I'm like, how the fuck can people get anywhere in that city? They're all like one lane everywhere. It's like and there are two, like you can go both ways. It's not like they're all one way streets. It's like I bet hundreds of thousands of times in that city is two people fucking meet in the middle of the street and they just one of them's gotta just fucking back up and then wait for the other guy. Fucking driving stupid.
that was a nice little roundabout.
Yeah,
we got there too. We just went all the way down that dark path, whatever the hell that was, and then back to the driving.
Right back at driving. And how awesome.
Nice. Where do you guys park? You guys park?
Oh, we're just right up front. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's right
Fucking.
Yeah, they were parked like in the parking lot thing, and I'm like, it probably would be okay, but there are
Better be
people,
safe than sorry.
they're cunty neighbors who like to call stuff.
Technically,
in,
not our vans.
You guys rent it?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Cork mine owns it, and he's in a local band as well.
Oh, so you guys probably got it for like a decent price then?
Yeah.
Nice.
Very decent price.
Very decent.
You should have them on this show.
You
Their
should,
characters. Like,
I
they'd be
fucking
fun.
absolutely come on my show. Come on our show.
They're
We need
Tusks.
guests.
They're called Tusk, yeah.
Tusk.
Oh, I totally heard Tusk.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, some
Like
of those guys
how?
love them too. And there's-
How do I know who Tusk is? Maybe the Soul Hounds raved about them or something, but
Maybe.
Wouldn't
I
surprise me, yeah.
totally heard about Tusk.
Yeah.
What kind of music do they play?
They're like Brett. All he listens to at work is like Alice in Chains, Soundgarden.
Oh, okay.
All that kind of grungy stuff.
Sludgy.
I know, like
It's sludgy,
Colton's. Yeah, Colton's like radio. Colton's all over the map. Honestly, he has another electronic project as well, so like, he does everything. And so I'm assuming Tyler listens to something similar to Rex, their brothers. So.
All right, let's get Tusk on the show too.
But they're awesome.
Just like let's do
we want to start working
a podcast.
That would be pretty awesome.
Yeah, we do want to. We've done. Yeah, we've worked in Alberta with a couple bands. We worked in Saskatchewan. We haven't done a video or anything for anybody from Winnipeg. A wink, wink. Yeah. So yeah, next time we're looking to do a video.
There you go.
But what the fuck was I gonna say? I'm having a tough time keeping my thoughts steady here.
You didn't even drive or sleep in a van last night. You can't.
Four Bud Lights in, I guess.
But
we are at time.
Bud Lights.
So if you do have a would you rather that you want to hit them with before we leave, because that is kind of a staple.
The only ones that I have are the ones that you said from Brad.
God damn it! I hate that one. Or those two. Or is it two of them?
It's just the one.
I hate the one.
All right, come on.
We'll do it.
Yeah, hit me with it.
Would you rather receive a good blowjob from your grandmother or a bad blowjob from your grandmother?
Whoa. All right.
Mike's
Moral question, and there is a right answer. If you say the wrong one, you're a fucking
all my
pervert.
grandparents are no longer here. So.
Okay, well, I mean, you get.
We'll assume aliveness.
Assume aliveness.
Let's rewind the clock a little bit.
It's an impossible question.
It's definitely bad. Like, you definitely want the bad blowjob.
I guess.
Right?
Wouldn't you want it to be over?
Why would you want to enjoy it?
Yeah, exactly.
That is
You don't want
true.
to enjoy
You
it.
don't want to enjoy it, but you want it to be
You want to be
over as soon as
traumatized
possible.
forever. by it.
Exactly. Because
If you don't enjoy it,
traumatized or not
if you don't enjoy it, then it won't ever be over.
That's the thing.
but
It will last longer.
But who says when it's over?
Yeah.
Hey, your completion. Fuck that. A blowjob is done. We don't know when it ends.
It all works like that. It's
there
just
is a
dick
marker.
sucking, cum shot cut. Done.
There you go. That's how it works. This is life. This is adulthood. Not fucking pansy
We
anymore.
avoided this right till the end.
That's the thing. You decide. Because there is no right answer.
There is no way. That's a double-edged sword.
They both have their fucking...
Yeah.
I think... Oh, God. You got to go with bad. Like, you just... That's the thing. Because, like you said, with the trauma, it's like...
Every time you get a blowjob,
If you enjoy it, you're fucked. You're not good. You're bad.
But that is terrible, Brad. Don't ask that question. That's terrible.
It's terrible. Complete. I met these people 2 hours ago, for Christ's sake. God damn it. I hate it.
It says a lot about the people that you ask it, though. To be fair, it's a way to cut through.
Cut
Have
through
people said
everything.
good?
Oh, absolutely. Fucking Danny Bacon from... You guys know the Dudes at all?
No.
Anyway, so the Dudes are a Calgary band, but they're Danny Bacon's lead singer of them. Right away, in stage, he's like, good blowjob. Absolutely. He's like, why the fuck? Like, why? There was no question for him.
He's just like, I don't want to ever get a bad.
Yeah, he's like, that's
Doesn't
it.
accept the blood.
Yeah, that's it. I was like, fair enough.
That's a way to live your life.
That's a way to live your life.
How about this? But let's
Respect
always
it.
avoid that situation.
Always avoid that situation. Always. Never attempt to get in that situation.
Good blowjob,
you
bad.
fucking weirdos. I hate you all.
Good blowjob, bad blowjob. Suicide.
Suicide. It's the only option. All right, well, we're at time, guys. Thanks very much for coming on the show. It was awesome talking to you.
So much
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, Silence Kit, new album there. You're not going to see this today, so you can't go to the show today. But look out for Silence Kit next time they're in the city or whatever. You guys have like Facebook, social media that you guys can plug really quick? So.
Yeah, Instagram at Silence Kit Band. Facebook is Silence Kit as well.
Our Twitter Silence Kit WPG.
Do you guys have like an email,
Email list or...
something that people
It's
can...
on our Facebook.
Okay.
You can like message the band, or I think our emails might be on there as well.
Yeah, we don't have like a sign-up list, like a newsletter kind of thing.
No.
They're not annoying. Look at that.
We're not that annoying.
Yeah, there you go. Fucking perfect. God damn email fucking list. Thanks very much for watching, everybody. We'll catch you next time on this episode 65, on episode 66.